Welcome back to Google Guru. This video is brought to you by Cloud Sherpas.
Hello everyone, so this is video 3 of the top 10 Sherpa tips for email administration in the context of Google Apps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through another bit of debugging using a bounceback. If you watched the second video, you would have heard my interpretation of this error message and how you should try to interpret it as an administrator when you're trying to debug. The second piece is going to be sometimes the delivery status notification includes the original message source of the original message that the end user was trying to send, which can be incredibly useful. You can use this, one, to look for logs, or two, to identify where in the entire process things broke. So as you can see here, we do have that original message source, or at least part of it. We don't have the text of the message, we just have the headers. So here we can see to Yana misspelled from her personal account, the subject, this message ID. If you were to look for this message in Google Apps in the log search, the message ID uniquely identifies that message, so that is incredibly useful. Now, the received headers, and not the X received, but rather just the received, are probably going to be incredibly useful as well. So also look for those. Because we have so few of these message headers, it makes sense that this message didn't get far. It never left Google's internal environment because, as you heard on my previous video, the next server in line, the next server outside of Google's perimeter or infrastructure, rejected the message, and that was the external one. So you can follow these. They're always written from the bottom up, so this was the first, this X received may be useful, that's the second, etc. There were only two, so again, this stopped fairly early. Also, one bit is because of the HTTP that you see here in the first received header, that means that it was sent via the web UI, so sometimes that can be useful when debugging these types of things.